My vitamin B12 is very low. I'm a vegetarian. Do I need to supplement? Hey there, welcome to Ask the Fertility Experts, a daily Q&A show where we'll be answering your fertility questions. I'm Sarah Clark, founder of Fab Fertile. We specialize in low AMH, high FSH, diminished ovarian reserve, and premature ovarian insufficiency or failure. I will be joined by Dr. Tabatha Barber. She is triple board certified in obstetrics, gynecology, menopause, and functional medicine. If you have a question, simply go to Fab Fertile Inc. on Instagram, leave me a DM and drop your question there, and we will answer your question on an upcoming show. That's Fab Fertile Inc. on Instagram. My vitamin B12 is very low. I'm a vegetarian. Do I need to supplement? I think most people that are plant-based, vegan and vegetarian, my parents have been vegans for like 35 years back when it wasn't cool. And now it is. And they're, my dad's in his 80s, my mom's in her, mid 70s, and all her friends are kind of falling apart, and they still have great health. So, but with this, they've been supplementing for years. So what's the take on, and that sort of diet is not really right for everyone. We do believe in a personalized approach. Obviously more plants is always better, but a personalized approach. So for this one, my vitamin B12 is very low. What is your take on that?
Yeah. So vitamin B12 is super important for so many enzymatic reactions that your body has to do every day. It's also important for methylating your estrogens and other hormones, and for energy production in your mitochondria. So B12 is really important. And unfortunately, it comes from animal sources. It comes from eggs and fish and things like that. So it's often low in vegetarians and definitely vegans if there's no dairy going on. So I would highly recommend you supplement. You're going to struggle to have optimal health and, overcome fertility issues if you don't get that vitamin B12 level up. And it feels so crummy. Like you got to be tired. I can't even imagine having that low of a B12. So I would love for you to supplement. As a physician, I often prescribe injections or do it in an IV just to get you to a decent level, and then use oral supplementation to keep you there long term. But if you're choosing to stay vegetarian or vegan, I would just succumb to the fact that, yep, you're going to need some vitamin B12 supplementation the rest of your life.
Mm-hmm. And then what if you're not actually absorbing it? Because we see that too, where it's low, but or maybe it could be high and they're dumping it. Like, what's your take on some of that?
Yeah, we often see gut dysbiosis and leaky gut causing malabsorption. I'll often check multiple B vitamins and see that they're all kind of on the lower end because you're not absorbing them, even if you are getting them in your food or from supplementation. So you want to make sure your gut is healthy. That is so important. And B vitamins are water soluble, so they don't hang around a long time, whereas vitamin D, you could take 50,000 IUs and it's going to hang around for a little bit longer. You don't necessarily need to take it every day, but the B vitamins, you need to get those regularly.
Absolutely. So again, if it's low, being able to, take action on that. And then I think if you're feeling really married to that, vegan or vegetarian diet, looking at blood chemistry can, to see where your protein is. Not to say you need to be eating red meat, but is that diet right for you? And what can you do to optimize your chances of pregnancy success? Anything you wanted to say on that piece?
Yeah. It's possible to get all your essential amino acids for protein through a vegetarian diet, but you got to be really mindful about it. So it could be that you're missing some key amino acids regularly, and amino acids are really important in the production of neurotransmitters like GABA and acetylcholine and dopamine and all of these things that work in your brain to help you feel good and balanced. And when those are low, that can affect your pituitary gland and your hormone function as well. So you really want to make sure that you're getting a well-rounded, complete diet if you are doing something like vegetarian or vegan.
Thanks so much for being here. If you've got a question that you want answered, simply go to Fab Fertile Inc. on Instagram, send me a DM, and we will answer your question on an upcoming show. That's Fab Fertile Inc. and send me a DM. And please refer to our disclaimer below. Take care.